Hello everyone, and welcome to the next section of the C++ programming course. In this section we are going to be looking at loops. So there are two types of loops. One is the count-based loops and the other is the condition-based loop. So in this video we are going to be looking at for, which is the count-based loop. Okay, so what a loop does is it executes a certain piece of code either until a condition is met or until it has been done a set amount of times. Okay, so for the for loop it will repeat until it is done a set amount of time. Okay, so to do this we write for, and in brackets it requires three pieces of information. The first is the starting number, and for this we have to declare a variable holding the number. Okay, so as you can see prompted here, we can type in int I and we can set it to 0, so it will start counting from 0. The next piece of information we need to give it is the ending number. Okay, so for this example we'll just write 10. Okay, so we want I to keep incrementing and keep going until it reaches 10. Okay, so for that we have to write I is less than 10. So what this means is keep counting until while I is less than 10. So once it reaches 10, it will no longer continue the code. Okay, so now the next piece is how we want to increment it. So for example, we can increment it by 1 each time, or we can do it by 2. And for the first example here, we'll just increment it by 1. And as you remember from the previous videos, we can write this by I++. Okay, so now we can write a curly bracket, and here we can write the code we want to execute. Okay, so we'll just write cout and we'll write I here. Okay, so now if we save and run this, as you can see it goes from 0 to 9. Okay, so now what we will do is we'll just look at a couple of examples. Okay, so the next type of iteration we'll do is one where we count up in twos. Okay, so from the information I've already given you, if you want you can stop the video here and try and have a go yourself. Okay, so now if we want to increment it by 2 each time, what we can do here is we write for, we write int I equals 0 to start from 0, and what we'll do is we'll make it end with 10. Okay, and for this remember we can't write 10 because it will only go up to but not including 10, so we'll write 11. So I is less than 11, and here we will have to write I plus equals 2. Okay, so for each increment it will increment I by 2. Okay, and now what we can write is cout I, and I will write an end line here. Okay, so now if we save and run this, okay, as you can see we get 0 to 10 with the 2 times table. Okay, so now what I would like you to try is create a for loop that goes up in 5s until 50. Okay, so stop the video here and have a go, and when you're ready press play and I will show you how to do it. Okay, so for this we're going to write for, and we'll write int I equals 0, but just for this example we write 5, but if you've done 0 that's fine, and we'll do here is I is less than until I is less than 51, just so we can include just so we can include 50, and here we can write I plus equals 5. Okay, and here we'll just write cout I. Okay, so now if we save and run this, okay, so we get 5 to 50 in the 5 times table. So that's all there is to for loops. So I hope you were able to follow along, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.